I'm a multidisciplinary artist, if I should say. But currently, as you can see, I've been limited. I have limited myself to some way, somehow, to the use of flip-flops because they are abundant in our beaches. And as a way of my small contribution to clearing the beaches out of the filth, decided to use the material. It's been a problem. I think it's not only in Takoradi, but even all across Africa and even some part of Europe. The plastic pandemic, as we say, is general. It is said that in Ghana we have about maybe 1.1 million tons of plastic deposited on our beaches almost every year. And out of this, only just 5% is recycled. So that means gradually it will choke all of us. As an artist, I have to make good use of it. So I've decided to work with this material for the past almost getting to 20 years now. I was brought up with the tradition of creating flags. And I was taught early the rudiments, the ideas, the traits, and the skills that govern the making of flag. And some of these ideas are what I have carried on into my practice now. Traditional practice are also dying. So there's a way of, you have to find a way of sustaining them. So though I'm working with plastics as a form of sustaining nature, I'm also trying to also sustain my practice, indigenous art practices. So the art of sustainability is something that has been running through.
FocusOnBlackArt.com.
I have a close contact with the bee for a very long time. So this material is something that I've also encountered on a daily basis. So from childhood, I've created with this material. We have been doing this for quite a very long time. I see our fishermen improvising the material, that's a flip-flop, as floats for their nets. Yes. So, and we have seen also artisans also using it for doormats. So these have been something I've been exposed to for a very long time while I was bringing up. So it's no wonder these experiences have been transformed to what I do now. When you see the materials on the beach at first glance, it doesn't give you any sense of attraction. They look very dirty. I collect them. Then we pack and transform to the studio. Yes, then I do the sorting out. It's like just transferring the techniques and the ways of work of my traditional cultural people into my practice. So in the flag art making, we stitch, we glue, we cut, we tie. These are the same principles or the same ideas or practices that I transfer to my process of work. Yes, and we believe that the flags are not just aesthetic for aesthetic purposes. They have spiritual powers. Yes, so we believe that spiritual things too should be handmade in order for it to possess its potency, full potency. You need to do with the hand. And the more you do with the hand, you create some connection with the material. So we work with our hands throughout. I don't use any machine. And actually, you also have to know that the material itself possesses its own energy because it is not something you bought from the market. These are objects that have been used by people. And anything that have had contact with someone possesses some form of energy. So it's like you are in conversation with all these energies, different people, because each flip-flop is different on its own, written on them as a form of identification. So all these elements you find on the material. And these are the elements I also work with. So operating what is already on the material. The material just gives you clues. When you look at the base of some of the material, some of the flip-flop, you can see the life of the people who wore it. Some of them have been used so much to the sense that their foot has its print. But even within those perimeters, they also find means of even sustaining them by tying some things to it and doing all sorts of, and all these elements I still sometimes inculcate in the process of where I don't take them out. They are all there to give us clue of the histories of the material. The thing is, the whole process is the work. From the collection, from studio work, from conversation with people who visit the studio, from the people who help me sometimes in the villages to collect the material, the conversations and interactions that we have concerning nature, concerning the material, concerning their lives, all these things are integrated as part of the stories that the work tells. When creating this, the memory that came to mind was when we were growing up, there's this kind of toffee. That's very cheap toffee, which is made locally, which our parents give to us. And when you slice it, like you open the toffee, these are the aura of the color that it exposes. So it's like it turns me back, or it reminds me of that. But not only that, I'm much more concerned. These series were made to seek people's opinion, especially those who help in the collection of the material on the beaches to make the work. Are you getting it? So how they relate to the material and their life, because some of them are really, their life are like symbols of the material itself. It's like they've gone through hardship. And these people have a lot of things to share. And when I look at the material, which they help me pick, I can identify them with the material. Through the process of collecting, they share with me their stories. I make sense out of them. My flip-flop have seen and heard things, but it has no mouth to express it. But if these objects are supposed to speak verbally, clearly to us, some of the things that we will hear, we cannot survive anymore. My role is to sustain nature, to sustain cultures, to sustain economies. Are you getting it? That is my role. We are supposed to bring change. Throughout the world, artists are the most influential people who have really brought major changes throughout the world. Are you getting it? And it hasn't changed. But just superficially, today's artists, or because of the trend, we seem to have abandoned that important aspect, or that important role that an artist is supposed to play, bringing change. So as an artist, this is what I stand for. We need to go back and see what has been done. Are you getting it? Then we integrate it to what is current happiness. Then we can project the future. But if you know the basis, then you can really strengthen your future. Yes, beauty is the way you look at it. Are you getting it? You can, physical beauty, aesthetics, fine. But you have to look beyond the physical appeal of the work. Are you getting it? Like some of the deep thoughts we are sharing now. That is the heart of the work. And these things, if you don't ask, you will never know. The artist will never tell you. Are you getting it? And if you ask, it means you are interested in knowing. You are interested about the details of the work. You are interested in the spirit of the work. It is not just about beauty, it's about the message. It's about how to attract. First, you can attract people with the physical appeal of the work. But how to sustain the person's interest in the work is the heart, is the spirit behind the work. I'm very keen in looking at sustainability of culture and practices, traditional practices. You know about the kente? That is a beautiful one. But these things have been created for many years. The same thing every now and then. The same pattern, the same design. How do we create new appeal to our contemporary youth? Revive it. We have to preserve it. So what I'm trying to do is to take this aspect of our art, especially look at the design. Because when you cut into the heart of the material, you can just get a sense of these same colors from the material. So why not see possibilities of creating new patterns of the same material. So it's a way of what? Reinventing that traditional fabric or design. Yes, you see, the whole thing is like a puzzle. Mm-hmm. It's like a brain teaser meant for the audience to decipher, to find the solution. When you critically look at the format, you can see that all the elements conform or they align with the format. And this comes as a result of looking at the composition itself and knowing which part to take off and which part to add. It's a conversation with the work, with the material. So the zipper, you see, some of the works are really huge. Mm-hmm. Usually I don't create just piece, but I do projects. So for instance, when you look at this, I can have about a series about 10 or 20 of these. Are you getting it? And some of them are huge. And to make transportation easy, I sometimes improvise by putting the zipper so that you can easily zip them together, can transport this one, this piece, you can make it, roll it, it's small. Can roll about 10 of these. When you come to the site, you just zip them. Then it's, yeah, that's it. There's different ways of teaching. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sometimes visit the studio to watch me work. As part of the collection of the material, they help. Sometimes we go to the beach together, we collect the material, and it's not just only collecting the material, but we also create work. You know, I'm a nature artist. We also work on the beach as part of the process just to keep the spirit alive and also to help take art to the people who live along the beaches. So we create ephemeral pieces as part of the collection process so that they can also enjoy in the process. It's for the whole community. Art is for the whole community. Yes, I've been in contact with the rector of this university for a very long time. Professor Istvan has been my friend for almost 15 years. Yes, because as I said, I'm into nature art, and he's also a lover of nature, and he is also deep into nature art, so we sort of connect. We have met on several platforms, and I think when he shared with me this opportunity to be part of this program, I said, fine, I'm coming. The thing is, the greater fulfillment comes from working with the material in the studio. It's not the exposure. I get more fulfilled in the process of creating the works. As we said in our conversation earlier, all those ideas that come from people, from the creation, the interaction at the beaches, all those things are the main thing to me. Yes, but for sharing in this platform, that is a secondary matter. It's for other people to enjoy the meal after I have taken the bigger part or the sweetest part. So it's a pleasure to see it in a different environment and to see how others also react to the work and share in the sentiment of the work. But as I said, the sweetest part has already been taken by me. Yeah, me is to enjoy my art, create my art, allow others to share. Mm-hmm. That is it. For whatever people think about, it's their own concern. Okay. Are you getting it? Yes. But I am more interested in, one, my joy, the joy I bring to people, the change I bring to people through the work. Are you getting it? Uh-huh.
What's your plan after the show?
I'm always working. Yes, there's always projects ongoing, so I'm continuing with what I'm used to.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, I also enjoyed talking to you. It was nice.